And I'm going to call everyone out that was part of that broadcast team, from Jim Nantz to Gene Steratore to Tony Romo. You guys are complete NFL shills. You can't convince me otherwise that these MFers are not bought and paid by the NFL to agree with everything that happens on the field. And not only that, I'm looking at the highlights because I missed the game. I missed like a 95% of the game because I was at work. So I watched a lot of the highlights on YouTube. You have the NFL YouTube not even include the clip of that interception. How do you leave that part out of the highlights? That's unbelievable. You purposely edited the most important play of that entire game out of that highlight reel. What is going on, man?
It was the most impactful play in the entire game. If you're not even going to show that, it just kind of goes to show you that, like, you're trying to. When you do things like that, it looks like you're trying to sweep it under the rug.
Yes.
When it looks like you're trying to sweep it under the rug, it makes it seem like there's smoke or fire. And this is when you just open yourself up to all these conspiracy theories about how the NFL's, picking and choosing, there's officiating scandals, the games are rigged. Like, all you're doing is just adding more fuel to the fire. And maybe that's what you want at the end of the day. Maybe that's what they were looking to accomplish anyway. And
big
if so,
brain stuff, Justin. Big brain. I see where you're going.
No, listen, I'm not trying to feed into that stuff either. But
it gets people talking. It gets people clicking on page views. It gets people talking about the NFL. Maybe it was done intentionally. You never know. And then for the two plays that occurred after that, the ensuing drive after that, the Broncos ended up getting 54 yards in penalty yards to ultimately end up with a 25-yard chip field goal to win it.
If you're a Buffalo fan, you have a legitimate gripe, and
dude,
I and you don't have very many explanations from the league either. Which, and listen, and we were saying this, both of us would love nothing more than for Buffalo to lose. Like, division rival. I'm not really a fan of the team. I thought that they were going to make the Super Bowl. I really did. I thought this was the year, like you said.
Yeah. But we had no dog in the fight, but I root for fairness in this league. I think they got screwed. I don't care for Buffalo. I just want to see consistency. That's all I want from the officiating. And I want the broadcast teams to call out something if they see that something can be ultimately questioned.